A couple of good temperatures across the region tonight. Tri-County area just below the 70-degree reading. Some of us parked in the lower 60s right now. We're coming into a nice night. Partly cloudy skies out there right now. Let's talk temperatures for the day. 73 degrees, that's the average high temperature. Early May for Grand Junction, we hit 77, 70, 71, Montrose, that's our typical early May number. Today we hit 76. Delta, you were in the 80-degree club along with Moab this afternoon. A couple more members getting into that club tomorrow. We're going to add Grand Junction to that. Montrose, we're going to kind of just remain slightly above our average temperatures. We're not setting records. Grand Junction record low 90s, so we're going to be at least 10 degrees away from that. We're not going to rush into this heat all that quickly. We still have unsettled weather. If you notice, we had those partly cloudy skies for the last, since Friday, 4 days, 4 afternoons, getting plenty, well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mountain clouds building up. Darker, but not real rain producers for the lower elevations. Now, that all will change on Thursday. We have a low pressure system off the west coast. To be honest with you, it's still trying to get itself together. Now, it could track to the south and create a whole lot of snow for our mountains and rain for the central and the western slope, or it could track to the north and do just the opposite. But either way, we're looking at a slight chance of getting rain in the bucket. And with some of those storms that pop up Thursday, we'll get some gusty winds out of it. Now today, we didn't have that. We just basically kept a 10 to 25 mile per hour wind profile. Right now we're less than 5 in many locations. Top wind gusts of the day in the 20s, near 30 mile per hour zone. We'll keep this. I don't really expect to exceed these numbers until we get into the late Wednesday as that system approaches. We could get a little breezier. And then, of course, those storm-associated gusts, which you can't forecast, but will pop up. Just last week, we had that 57-mile-per-hour blast for Grand Junction. So just something to keep in mind. We're doing well in the rain gauge. We have a surplus for many sites. Grand Junction, we're talking about 3/4 of an inch. Montrose, we're talking about a surplus of 1/2 an inch. So does well for us. We still have red flag warnings. Very dry in the eastern part of the state, the plains and the southeastern corner, the Arkansas River Basin. But for us on the western slope, have you seen the green up? Any direction you look, any elevation, from the lowest to the highest, not, including the snow-covered zones, a lot of greenery out there. So that's helpful for us. We don't have dry fuel sources. What's not helpful is the temperatures, the runoff that's occurring from our mountain zones. It all goes downhill. And as such, we have a lot of water hazards. We have flood warnings for portions of Mesa County. We've been talking about this. This is specific to Gateway. We have flood advisories for portions of Montrose County. We've talked about this. We're not going to stop. This is the Natarita area. Now, any waterway, river, stream, creek, tributary, they're all getting wider. They're all getting with high flow, a lot of debris, very cold. As such, the banks can be compromised. They could collapse. So please be careful around the banks. And if you're I'm afraid of the waterways, so if you are not like me, at least be safe. Make sure you're doing the right thing with life jackets and flotation devices. Double up if you have to. We don't have flood watches in the northern part of the state, Rangeley, Craig, Meeker. But with this rain that we're getting in the next couple of days, that's going to add to it. With the warmer temperatures we expect tomorrow, that's going to add to it. So please be very careful. And it's not just the river waterways, it's the roadways as well. A lot of great weather out there, a lot of motorcyclists, a lot of bicyclists, and soon when school lets out, there'll be a lot of pedestrians. So please look twice, and then maybe act like me and look 3 times. One more time, you might save a life, but it's very important. We just had a motorcycle death over the weekend, and it's not even summer yet. We're still in spring. We have another month to go. We're going to get some great weather. We also have another storm system coming online for the beginning of next week. Tonight, we're going to clear up a little bit. We'll get into sunrise tomorrow morning right around 6:10. Mostly clear skies. Any storms will happen off towards the east. Mostly sunny tomorrow. It'll be great. We're not going to set records, but we are going to be watching the storm system out west. Right now it's in the Pacific Northwest. We catch the jet stream driving in, the breezy conditions, the drier conditions for the next 24 to 48 hours, and then eventually it will transport some moisture in. So we will have that coming for the Thursday period. We'll start to see deteriorating conditions Wednesday night, but I really don't expect that we'll get rain showers going Wednesday night. Now this will put snow in the mountains. It'll put rain in the lower elevations. Before we get there though, upper 70s, low 80s. Mind you, it's spring, so we have these breezy conditions that will continue through the upcoming weekend. Storm-associated gusts notwithstanding. A little bit of a dip on Thursday. Montrose, stick around. I'm going to share my full weather extended forecast for you specifically when we return.